Yes, sir. You were okay.
Yes,
you were saying, sir?
good afternoon, Philippines. I hope to have some announcements today regarding the composition of the defence team. Obviously, everything that I do is subject to approval by Her Excellency, the Vice President. She has a very important role in this case. She herself is a lawyer. She fully understands the state of the game here in The Hague. And obviously, I'm consulting her on everything that I do.
So who will be forming the defense team?
I'm afraid you're going to just have to wait and find out.
But it's within the day.
Announce it.
Lots of suspense, but be patient.
The VP said that she will not announce, only the head of the legal team, but not to preserve the privacy of the rest of the
That
team.
might be the case, but whatever I do is always subject to the approval of my client.
All right. But just to clarify, that it's within the day. We expect this within
I
the day.
expect it by the end of the week that we'll have some names, yes.
All right.
But will there be Filipinos?
I'm always working with Filipinos, and I anticipate that there will be Filipinos in due course as well. I'm here to constitute primarily the international side of the team, former President Duterte.
So are we tapping the services also of the Office of the Legal Counsel?
No, there's no need for that.
No need. So it's
No, I mean, even if this was a legally aided case or a privately funded case, there's no need for the OPCD. I think that's the unit that you're referring to.
That's right.
They're a very important unit at this court, but they provide logistic assistance, administrative assistance, but they don't provide substantive assistance to any team at the court, whether it be legally aided or privately funded.
Okay, so that will be limited to 3 counsels only, and then a case manager and investigator.
That depends on what type of case and what type of funding we're using at the end of the day. What I can say that there are many, many supporters who I'm sure would gladly give out of their own pockets to ensure that the former president will return to the Philippines as soon as possible.
The Vice President was saying a while ago that they will do all means to be able to bring the president back to the Philippines after elections or prior to the elections.
Why not? That's his country.
What would be
That
the
was where he was
legal?
born. Why should he not go back?
So
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's being illegally detained here, and he should go back to the Philippines as soon as possible.
so that will be a route to be able to bring him back. He will be filing petitions or appeals to bring him back to the Philippines.
Well, I think you're
prior
trying to
the
draw me
confirmation.
on the chronology on when I'm intending on introducing an application for interim release. Interim release is part of the course at this institution. In nearly every case, an application for interim release is submitted. I'll file it when I feel it appropriate.
When you said that supporters are willing also to help out of their pockets, did people reach out to you also about it?
I was making a general observation.
Okay. All right.
But nobody has committed yet.
You're trying to draw me once again. No. People
How was-
love the former president, and I'm sure that they would pay out of their own pockets in order to ensure that he has
right.
the proper defense.
Is this the first time you've encountered the president also? This particular case only?
In this particular case, this is the first time, but I'm experienced here at the ICC, and I'm frequently asked to help people who are brought before this institution.
All right. How was he yesterday?
He's in good spirits, I've told you that right from the start.
Sir, we are FW versus Filipino working. Can we do crowdfunding?
I'm not going to comment on funding.
Yeah, nothing.
All right.
Sir, you mentioned that as far as you're concerned, the former president is legally detained. So that's your
Illegally detained, not legally detained.
illegally. Yeah.
Yes.
So you and the president were already able to tackle, more details about the case yesterday. I assume.
Well, in the first few days, I'm helping the former president with his humanitarian needs and concerns. I'm helping him settle in here, because things at the International Criminal Court do take some time, unfortunately. I wish it was speedier than it was, but it isn't. And so at the present moment in time, I'm concentrating on that aspect, helping him settle in.
Oh, okay, but not the aspects of the case itself.
I'm not going
Yet.
to even go into the substantive aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, without
Case,
saying.
And certainly not with you guys.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, sir. Yeah, sorry. Our apologies.
Sorry.
Yeah, not to you.
Yeah, but yesterday you mentioned that you will be discussing the nature of the case
Yes,
to the,
when you
to
said
the president. So
Absolutely.
you've already discussed it initially.
Touched on the general parameters of the case. But as I
General.
told you, I'm not going to disclose the
Yes,
strategy
we understand.
or exactly what goes on between attorney and client.
But your client is also a lawyer. and a prosecutor before. So,
I'm an extremely good prosecutor as well. Perhaps you can teach these court how to prosecute a few cases.
How did he respond to the discussion of the nature of the case?
I'm not going to answer. They're trying to draw me on attorney-client privilege. Why should they tell you that?
Right.
That is our responsibility then. I'm just
Why are you going to publish it? That's the question.
Yeah, you have a pretty long visit every time, like around 2 hours. So
Why not? That's my duty.
but
That's
yeah,
my
as a
obligation.
counsel, right?
I'm
Yeah.
a
long does it
responsible
usually
lawyer. I
take?
want to see my client as much as I can.
All right.
The Vice President also mentioned a while ago that she will be meeting with the co-counsel.
Another one.
Once again, the Vice President makes her own comments. Everything that I do is subject to communication with and approval of my client and his daughter.
Okay.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
another question, okay.
God bless you.
Which is already very much delaying everything because the plane is already ready to fly.
Ba't kayo masyadong nagmamadali?
We are going, unang-una ma'am, ang reglementary period, mamalasin naman kami pag hindi namin ginawa ang trabaho
Bakit?
namin.
Anong reglementary period? Anong period yun?
The Article
Dahil
125,
sinabi na nga ni Executive Director sa ating PCTC na diffusion lang naman yun eh. Wala nga commitment pinag-uusapan dun eh. Wala nga red notice, pambira eh.
there is a warrant.
Tagal-tagal na ni Arnie Tevez eh. Wala pa rin, di ba?
This
Ba't
is
kayo
a-
nagmamadali? Ano yung reglementary period mo?
May I refer you to the SOJ, ma'am, if the SOJ wants to answer that.
Hindi ba pwede kayo na muna? Mauna lang kayo, tapos sa si SOJ. Pwede?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
My main processes during the time is that I have implemented a warrant, and it is therefore the person is already arrested by virtue of a legal warrant, and Article 125 comes into play of the revised penal code, which is entitled delivery of persons legally arrested to the proper judicial authority, and I do believe at this point the judicial authority will be the ICC. Therefore, I have to abide with that Article 125 of the
So
revised penal
inaamin
code.
mo warrantless arresto. Kasi yung Article 125 ng RPC does not apply kung may warrant. So inaamin mo walang warrant.
At the many stages, ma'am, all the many other,
Hindi,
among
make
other
up your
laws.
mind, General Torre. Warrantless arrest ba to o may warrant? Kasi ang liwanag naman ng Article 125 eh, ng revised penal
I do
code.
believe that I have a warrant at this time. I just don't want to be...
Hindi walang reglementary period. Mamili ka. Kapag warrantless arrest, edi may period. Kapag may warrant, walang period.
Just the same, ma'am, I have to deliver
Hindi
him to the
pareho
judicial
yun,
proper
kapatid.
authority.
Hindi magkapareho yun. The reglementary period only comes into play when there's a warrantless arrest in accordance with Article 125 of the Revised Penal Code. Di po ba? At saka may kinalaman yun sa delivery of the accused and arrested. Di po ba?
And I'm being cautioned by the DOJ, ma'am, that it may be sub judice already to discuss that because of the habeas corpus pending in the Supreme Court, ma'am.
Pati ba naman ng Revised Penal Code, naging executive session? Pambihirang buhay ito. Okay. Senator Cayetano?
Pag umaresto ka ng tao, pag inaresto ka ng pulis, pwedeng hindi dala ng pulis ang warrant mo? Pwede. Sasabihin lang ng pulis kayo, oy, arestado ka, may warrant ka. Nasaan ang warrant? Doon sa estasyon, halika na. That's perfectly legal. Pag umaresto ka ng tao, pag inaresto ka ng pulis, pwedeng hindi dala ng pulis.
So ang sabi po ninyo, hindi naman kailangan yung warrant eh, kaya hindi ninyo pinakita. Tama po ba yun?
Ma'am, that is a very, very different interview in the aftermath. But I'm talking of...
Anong pinag-uusapan sa interview?
And I'm talking about we have already veered on the general rules on the warrantless, on the service of the warrants. Because during the time, and up to this time, there are still a lot of people saying that I'm wrong in there, that you cannot arrest a person with a warrant that you know as a person has a warrant, yet you cannot serve it without the physical warrant. So, all the lawyers know here
Diba ang
ma'am,
sabi,
that I'm right there.
Kailangan ng warrant as soon as practicable. at hinihingi talaga ni former president. Di ba hinihingi niya? Hinihingi ng abogado niya, asan yung warrant? Tama, di ba hinihingi
Yes,
nila?
ma'am.
Anong pinakita nyo?
We gave them the electronic copy of the warrant and it was given to them by Yusek Nikiti together with PG Fadulyon. It was received by
Yung
General
warrant, anong klase
Monteagudo.
yung itsura ng warrant? ICC, Interpol?
It's a ICC warrant, ma'am.
ICC warrant.
Yes, ma'am. That was directed to the Interpol. That was the attachment of the diffusion order.
Pero ayon sa ating batas, di ba, napakaliwanag naman na yung court o judge, kinakailangan Pilipino. Di naman sakop noon yung Interpol, yung ICC. Bakit naging warrant rin sa Pilipinas yun?
I will defer the answering to that question to the DOJ, ma'am, because I was with the DOJ during the time, and it was the DOJ.
Hindi nandun si Prosecutor Fadulyon Ikaw naman
Yes, ma'am.
bumasa ng Miranda rights, hindi man lang yung prosecutor. Tinikoberan mo na yung papel ng DOJ, kaya sumagot ka ngayon.
Ma'am, we're talking situation in the tube.
Hindi, sinabi mo kasi, ang liwaliwanag, sinabi mo, hindi naman kailangan ng warrant eh.
It's a different matter, ma'am. Altogether different matter.
Bakit? Ilang warrant ba yan?
One warrant, but different. That question on the interview is a different situation, ma'am.
So, kailan mo pinakita yung warrant? Yung sinasabi mo electronic copy?
The first time, ma'am, it is not
At kanino?
me. It was not me who showed the warrant. It was Yusek Nikiti together with PG Fadulyon, together with me, there in the tube of the plane. The former president is still there inside the plane. It was given to retired General Monteagudo, who is with the party. And because during the time, E.S. Mijaldea and the wife and Attorney Delgra had already went back inside the plane and told us, hindi kami lalabas kung wala kayong maipakitang warrant.
Kaya nga, so, when was the accused finally shown the warrant of arrest? Di ba dapat as soon as practicable ang sinasabi? Kailan mo pinakita mismo kay former president?
I believe, ma'am, the electronic copy is already acceptable now in the rules of court.
Yun na nga, pero pinakita mo ba kay Presidente Duterte?
It was not me who they invited inside the plane. It was the PCTC through General Alcantara, whom they invited inside the plane, showing to them and explaining to them the warrant.
Ganun ba? Napaliwanag ba ninyo, Executive Director Alcantara? Kasi parang ang bilis-bilis lang naman ninyo dun sa aeroplano. Ang nakita naming final warrant, 15 pages po. Ganun lang kabilis na nabasa
Tama po yung
agad?
15 pages po, pero i-present po namin kay President Duterte na nasa 250.
Nabasa niya lahat, 15 pages? Ang bilis-bilis lang lumabas eh.
Hindi po niya nabasa yun.
Hindi niya nabasa?
Oo, hindi niya.
So, bakit
Doon po namin present sa kanya.
kaya nga, pero ba't hindi niyo pinagbigyan na basahin? Kasi karapatan talaga ng akusado at ng arestado yan, di ba?
At that point in time, ang may kopya po ng warrant ay si General Alex Monteagudo. Nagbabapiring po sa telepono niya. Matagal pong mabuo dahil
Siyempre, nasa airport.
Oo, kaya
tapos nasa loob
kaya
ng
nga po.
aeroplano.
Kaya nga
so, sa madaling sabi,
kaya nga po nag-print kami ng hard copy. So pagdating po sa 250, doon na binigay sa kanila yung warrant.
Madam Chair, just on the warrant.
yes, Senator Cayetano, please go ahead.
Just one insight on the warrant, and just to bolster my point kanina na bakit mas maganda na, or bakit essential for me my local court, no? If you look at paragraph 12, before you look at it, can anyone in the room here tell me, I know the former president was accused of extrajudicial killing, of crimes against humanity. Pag sinabi yung torture, pwede kasing bago mo patayin, di ba? Pwedeng emotional torture, pwede mong gulpihin torture. So, included na yan. But does anyone here, can anyone tell me here that during his 6 years and before that, he was accused of ordering or himself raping people? Diba? I do remember malaking issue about his statements about a missionary who was raped, and inexplain niya yon na frustrated, galit siya. But is anyone here accusing the former president of raping or ordering the rape? Parang wala naman, di ba? Okay. If you look at, dahil walang, just for the record, Madam Chair, dahil wala naman nagtaas ng kamay or nagsabi, paragraph 12, the chamber notes that the prosecution alleges, let me say it again, the chamber notes that the prosecution alleges that some acts amounting to crimes against humanity of torture and rape under Article 7, subparagraphs 1 ba yan, F, 71, G of the statute were committed as a widespread and systematic attack against the civilian population. Ulitin ko the chamber notes that the prosecution alleges. So the prosecution in the ICC alleges that some acts amounting to crimes against humanity of torture and rape were committed as part of a widespread and systematic attack. For me, it's the first time I read that someone was accusing the president, the former government. But if you look at the last page of the warrant, or second to the last page, page 14, no? Issues a warrant of arrest. So, for these reasons, the chamber hereby issues a warrant of arrest for Rodrigo Roa Duterte, born on 28 March 1945, for his alleged criminal responsibility pursuant to Article 25, Paragraph 3, Paragraph A of Statute for the Crime Against Humanity of Murder, pursuant to Article 7.1A, wala yung G na rape, committed in the Republic of Philippines during the relevant period as set forth in this warrant of arrest. So I just want to make this point, Madam Chair. So kung sa akin nangyari to, pupunta ako sa Philippine Court at sasabihin ko sa Philippine Court, Sir, makita mo naman, sa Marites at Chismis kinuha ng prosecutor ng ICC. Padadala mo ako doon, pinakamaikse, 4 to 6 years yung hearing, deprived of liberty. Yung prosecutor mismo nag-allege ng rape. The harshest critics of President Duterte accuse him of being insensitive to women, saying misogynist, masama yung etc. And I won't defend him there. It's on the record, di ba? And also accused him of being insensitive to a foreign national who was a missionary here who was raped. But I haven't heard na inaccuse siya ng rape or ordering rape. Ang alam ko nga, galit na galit siya pag ministreat yung mga kababaihan. So, dun pa lang, questioning ko to before a Philippine judge. Kasi, kawawa naman ako pag nandun. So that's my point. So, the second point I just want to make kay SOJ is, I personally will respect its sub judice because this case in the Supreme Court is so important. But just for the record, nag-rule na rin, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, nag-rule din ang Supreme Court dyan na we cannot stop the hearing or we can continue kahit na sub judice. But he's not asking naman to stop the hearing. He's just saying, can we be sensitive to that? Because they're going to have to put their position on paper and present it before the Supreme Court. So, mamaya, Madam Chair, more factual na lang yung mga tanong ko rather than issues para yung facts naman, SOJ is not naman under dispute, di ba? And will help us pa nga sa doon. But this is just an example. And I just read this morning, pero nagulat lang ako doon na yung prosecutor pala may ganun allegation, no? Oo.
Kaya nga nagkagulantaan. Palibasa, nakita natin yung warrant much later. Did any one of you, General Marbil, General Torre, meron ba kayong hawak na ICC warrant of arrest at the time of his arrest? Parang electronic copy lang, tapos pinakopya muna, tapos binigay na pagdating doon. Bakit ganun? Samantalang March 10 pa lang nagmo-mobilize na ng libu-libong pulis. Pagkatapos alam na natin na magkakaganito dahil nabalitaan na nga sa Hong Kong. Kung ganun, bakit walang warrant doon sa mismong pag-aresto? Electronic copy lamang at nagpa-imprenta pa. Ba't nagkaganon?
May I differ on the wisdom of the SOJ to explain on the legality of the electronic copy of the warrant, ma'am?
Hindi naman tinatanong yung legality. Okay lang yun. Ang tinatanong ko, bakit parang unprepared kayo samantalang prepared na si General Marbil?
Madam Chair, I just want to make clear na ang kabaho po ng police is really to assist po yung PCTC natin. Yun po yung and what we have is tama po yung sinasabing order ng diffusion. So ito po yung nangyari, we rely po dun sa PCTC, dun sa lahat ng mga documents that they need na gagamitin po dun sa effect ng arrest. Ito po yung ginawa po ng again, uulitin ko,
dapat yung PCTC nagdala ng warrant. Ba't nga ba kayo walang warrant?
It was stated, ipapadala po through diplomatic channels eh. Naka-state po yun eh.
So, dapat diplomatic channel. Nangyari ba yun? Kung diplomatic channel yung DFA, ano ba nangyari sa warrant na yan? Sa dinami-dami ng handa ninyo, sa libo-libong pulis at sundalo na kinalampag, wala bang nag-isip na kinakailangan dalhin yung warrant?
Your Honor, if I may, wala po kaming information o wala kaming natanggap at all.
Kayo naman sa PCTC, wala rin kayong natanggap?
We requested for a copy of the warrant and we got it the next day.
The next day being?
The warrant that came from the
Kaya nga, what day
system.
na?
The next day is 12 po.
So, hindi rin ninyo na ipakita kay Presidente Duterte? Bale tama si General Torre na warrantless arresto.
Pinakita po namin yung hard copy sa 250 pero sa lawyers po natin pinigay.
Madam Chair, can I clarify?
Kasi ang sinasabi din na redacted copy lang ang binigay, hindi rin kompleto, kaya hindi nila mabuo. At yun nga, nagkagulatan bakit meron pa.
Can I clarify that? Sir, it was a sealed warrant, correct? Hindi.
Hindi po. Electronic yung nakuha po na...
No. Ano ang pinadala ng ICC? Kasi parang sa ibang news report, sabi sealed. Pag sealed kasi, hindi dadaan ng DFA yon. So yun nga ang question.
What was sealed, sir, was the warrant of arrest was sealed before March 11.
Yes. Tapos kanino, sir, pinadala? Sino magbubukas nun pag sealed?
When they demanded a copy of the warrant, we relied on our fail-safe mechanism. We have a fail-safe mechanism to make sure that the documents are secure in our possession. So it's the DOJ that produced the warrant.
Hindi sa may bias ako sa DFA, but I've worked with these people. Kasi pag sealed, may option na hindi padaanin sa kanila. At kahit pinadaan sa kanila, I don't think they have the authority to open it. Diba?
Yes, but we had to use our fail-safe because the PCTC could not produce the warrant, so we had to use our fail-safe.
Yes. But once naman it's opened by the proper authority who's allowed to open it, diba, to unseal it, then, syempre, Philippine law na. Ipapakita mo talaga dun sa na...
Yes, we showed it to the President and to his lawyers.
Teka, mapapaliwanag lang ako. Tell me candidly, at the time you apprehended PRRD, nung inaresto si former President, yung ICC warrant, nasa inyo na ba, General Torre? Yung totoo. Kasi you're under oath, alalahanin.
Yes, ma'am. It is with us.
It was already with you.
Yes,
Electronic.
Yes, ma'am.
Electronic. Wala
Yes,
kayong official copy?
Electronic
o
copy, ma'am, electronic copy given to me by Yusek Nikiti of the DOJ, ma'am.
Sa DOJ. Sa inyo, kasi parang nagtuturoan kayo, sabi ninyo, na dapat yung PCTC ang nagbigay. Pero wala kayong binigay. Sabi ninyo, dapat DFA. Nalilito po ako.
Hindi po. Hindi po nagtuturoan. We had the copy of the warrant, not electronic copy of...
Dinami-dami nang nag-aresto kay Presidente, walang nag-isip na kinakailangan bigyan ng kopya na hard copy, opisyal, at talagang...
binigyan po namin sa...
Saan?
250 po, binigyan po namin. Nung ma-print na po yung hard copy...
Saan yun?
Sa 250 po.
Sa Villamor?
Meron po.
Ano yung 250 po?
Sa Villamor po, Villamor. Binigyan po siya ng kopya, hard copy po.
So nandun, anong oras?
About shortly before 12 po. Around 12, around noon at that time po.
Noon? Noon time? Naibigay ng noon time?
Opo.
Pero anong oras ba hiningi? Di ba napakaaga pa noon?
Humihingi po sila from the tube. Starting from the tube, humihingi na po
Anong
sila.
oras yun nung naghihingi sila?
When they arrive po, it's about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Or,
So 2 oras makalipas bago ninyo na ibigay?
Ma'am, just to be clear.
Yes.
Just to be clear. General Torre, maybe you can explain the process of serving the electronic copy, which constitutes a legal form of serving the warrant. Yes, ma'am. After they disembarked, as I have learned from General Torre, they asked that it be postponed, that they be brought first to, ano ba nangyari doon, General, pagkatapos doon?
They only disembarked when the electronic copy was produced and given to them. So, kaya sila lumabas. And when they step out of the plane, at the junction of the moving part of the tube, PG Fadulyon met them and attempted to read the rights to President Duterte. And all of them said, pwede ba mamaya na yan at pa-diffuse muna natin ang tension, doon na lang sa 250th Airlift Wing. So we acceded to that request. We arrived at the 250th Airlift Wing. They were given refreshments. They were allowed to refresh. They were allowed to, para generally pababain lang ang tension ng lahat. And then we, after an hour or two, we returned, and that was the video that you saw when I was reading the rights in the cell phone, which basically it's memorized already. So just a formality. And then they asked, at that juncture, they asked for the written, they want a printed copy. So I went out of the room, stepped out of the room, printed it, and gave it to them.
Okay, yung printed copy, may allegation na redacted copy daw to. Hindi daw kumpleto, hindi daw buo. Parang simplified lang or pinaiklian. Tama ba?